Okay, we are now in 058013. So you're welcome back again to 058013, May June 2024. The paper lasts for 1 hour. So let's dive into the question properly. So the first question here, so we should write the number 2,002,002. So 2 million, so we have to write it in number. Write the number. So 2 million, then we're 2 million 2,000. That means we'll start from where we have, remember when we say million, let's say we have it as 1,111,111,111, right? So that means but in this case we have 2,002,000. That means these ones are 0, so we'll put them 0. So we have 2,000, then it said and 2. That means these ones are also 0, so we have 0 and 2. So that is the answer. Number 2, say put 1 PS or bracket into the calculation to make it correct. So we're going to first of all, so we'll put a bracket. Let's put it here first and see what we're going to get as the answer. So 5 plus 4, we have 9. We say 9 times 3 plus 9. Sorry. So apply board mass here. 9 times 3 will give us 27, right? So 27 plus 9 will not give us what we're looking. So 27 plus 9 will give us 36. So it can work on the bracket is there. So we try on that part. So let's try here. Of apply board mass also, 3 plus 9 will have 12. So times 4 plus 5. So let's see if 4 times 5, 4 times 12 is what? 4 times 12 will give me 48 plus 5. Okay, that means that's where the bracket is supposed to be. And the next one say simplify 7 and 7x minus 8y minus x minus y. So what do we do here? We collect like terms, right? CLT, right? Collect like terms. So 7 will go into this and 8 will go into this. So 7x minus x will give us 6x. 8y minus y will give us minus 9y. So what do we do here? So since we have to simplify it, we have to break it down to the lowest, right? So that means what can go between them? 3 can go here. So write down 3 out. So we have when 3 divide 6, we'll have 2. X. When 3 divide 3, 9, we'll have 3. So your answer here is just 3 in bracket what? 2x minus what? 3. So the next one say we should write these values correct to the nearest thousand. So we're writing correct to the nearest thousand. So you have to read it. So read the number 1 nearest thousand. So 164,000. That's the nearest thousand. 164,000. So you have to write it down. 164,000. That's the nearest thousand. But we cannot discard 7 or like that. So since 7 falls between, because if number falls between 1 to 4, we're not going to pick anything from. But if it falls between 5 to 9, we'll pick 1 and add to the other one. So since 7 falls between 5 to 9, we'll pick 1 from 7, add to the last value for which 4. So we have 4. Then that will become a 1,000. So we add it together like this. So we have 5, 6, 1. So the answer here is what? 165,000. The next question says we should, it's a right 16.983 correct to 1 decimal place. So 1 decimal place is just here. So 1 decimal place, this is 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places. So 9 decimal places is just where the 9 stopped. So we have 16.9, but we're not going to discard 8 still fall between 5 to 9 in approximation rule. So we pick 1 and add to it here. So we have 9 plus 1 will give us 10. Write 0, carry 1, add 7 here, we'll have 1. So answer here is what? 17.0. The next one says write this to 2SF. So 2SF, important fake numbers. So after 0 is not too important because it's not handy, but we have 3 first important numbers, first SF, second SF. So our answer is 0.0, right? 37, which will say it's 2SF. But we're going to discuss 6 like that. No, we pick 1 from it again. Remember, it's still applied by approximation rule. We pick 1, add here, becomes what? 830.0. So 0.038. So number 5 say we should draw the line of symmetrics, right? So we're drawing the line of symmetrics. So the word symmetrics actually mean the line that can divide these rhombus into 2 equal halves, right? Into equal halves. So if you look at it, if we share it from the middle here, So we have 1. So even if we try to share it from this, we won't get equal half. So we won't get equal half. So we won't get equal half. So the only line of symmetry that will make it equal is this one that divides. So it's just 1. The other one says write down the order of rotational symmetries of this shape. Because this particular shape is isosceles in nature, so if we rotate it like this, it will be like this. Since it is isosceles, right, two sides are equal. So two sides are equal. If we rotate it like this, we'll have something like this, where this particular side will come here and this one will come here. So it will no longer say, if we bring it again, we have something like this again, where this particular side, this particular side here will come here, and this particular side here will come here. So if we rotate it again, then it will now come back to its original shape of line. So it has 3 rotations. So 1, 2, 3. So it's 3. The order is 3. Write these numbers in order starting with the smallest number. So we're going to, since the numbers, we cannot do that. We cannot determine it from here directly. We have to convert it to fraction. So let's quickly convert it to fraction. So for percent here, it will be something like 42 times 1 over 100, which is 42 over 100. 42 divided by 100 will give us 0.2. So I have 0.42. So 4 divided by 11, so we have 0.36. Then finally we have 2 divided by 5, that will give us 0.4. So if we are to arrange them, we have to start from the smallest. So the smallest here is this one, which is what, 4 over 11, followed by this one, which is what, 2 over 5, followed by this one, which is 42%, followed by 0, sorry, not 42, yes, 0, no, not, yeah, 0.45. They say the base of a cuboid is measured as 10 centimeter by 7 centimeter. Then the volume, see the base, then the volume of the cuboid is, so the base of the cuboid, and now they're asking us the volume of the cuboid is what, is this, calculate the height. So we know that the volume is equal to what, length times breadth times what, height. So we have length times breadth, so the 280 is equal to 10 times 7 times height. So we have 70 h of 280 and divide by 70 by 70. So my h becomes equal to, so I think 4 centimeter. So how 4. In a city, the probability that it will rain today is 0.5. Find the probability that it will not rain. So the probability that it will rain usually, so the probability is always whether it will rain or not rain is 1 or 0, right? So if it will rain today, it will be 1 minus 0.5. That's the probability that it will rain, right? So when we do that now, we have 0.85. So we have 0.85. One day the temperature of Tokyo is minus 5 degrees and the temperature of Milan is 18 degrees. Work the difference. So the work difference means subtract. So we are subtracting 18 minus, but we have this one's minus 5. So which will give us 18 plus 5, which will give us what? 23. Now the question now says we should, the question is now wanting us to do another calculation here. He said that the temperature in Tokyo was risen by 4 degrees. So find the new temperature. So if it was risen by 4 degrees, that means we are adding it to the what we have before. So minus 5 plus 4 will give us what? Minus 1. So minus 1 is the answer. And he said these are the first 4 terms of a sequence. Write the next. So what do we do here? We find the difference, right? So here from 3 to 10, you have you subtract them. So what gives us from 3 to 10? So if you notice, if we subtract 7 from 10, we'll have 3. That means if we add 7 to 3, we'll have 10. So if we add 7 to 3, we'll have 10. So the difference here is 10. So 7. So the difference here is 7. Then 7. So 7 is always the difference. That means if we want to get the other one, we have to add 7 to this value here. So 24 plus 7, 24 plus 7 will give us 31. So I have 31. Then 21 plus 7, I have 38. So 31 and what? 38. Write down the next. Okay, the next. So the next. Okay, we're not to write 2. It's just 1. So it's just 1. The next question says write down the term to term rule for the sequence. So write down the term to term rule for the sequence. So we are adding. So what is the term rule? We are adding. The rule is that we are adding, right? We are adding 7. So we are adding what? 7, right? So plus 7. We are adding 7. So number 10b. Number 10b says these are the first 4 terms of another sequence. So in this sequence, whatever, let's first of all find the difference, right? Because we're looking for the next 2 terms. So let's have x and y representing the next 2 terms. So meaning that what we're doing here right now is to find the difference first, to know at least what is actually is being added to obtain the value, right? So we're going to start by saying, okay, 16 minus 14 is 2. That means whatever. That means in this sequence, if I want to get the next number, I have to subtract the previous one by 2. So minus 2 will give us 14. Minus 3 will give me 11, right? So because 14 minus 3 will give me 11. Will give me 11. So that means 11 minus 4 will give me 7. So in that same case, 7 minus 5 will give me what? 2. And 6, right? 2 minus 6 will give me what? Minus 4, minus 4. So it give me minus 4. So the 2 terms that is missing there is minus 2, 2 and minus 4. So we have 2 minus 4. This one says the diagram shows a isosceles triangle. Find the value of x. Find the value of x. So since it's a isosceles triangle, 2 lines are equal. That means if here is 36, here is also what? 36. So by the sum of the angle of a triangle, 180 degree, we're going to say 180 is equals to x plus 36 plus 36. So 180 is equals to x plus what? 72. So when we subtract x, so we have 180 minus 72 equals to what? X. That is well, if I remove, that is 1 right? 108, right? Equal to what? X. So 108 is equal to x. That is what my x will be. To be 108. So the answer is what? 108. This other question says the diagram shows the cuboid. It says on the 1 centimeter grid, complete the net of this cuboid. One face has been drawn for you. So it means this particular cuboid has been the net were to draw the full cuboid, as a net. So what do we do here? Of course, you know that they said from the question from this that this particular one has been given, right? So we have 3 centimeter here. So it means, and these are each unit, right? So for each unit, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, 1 centimeter. So now from this we can say, okay, from here to here is 2 centimeter and this is 6 centimeter. So this has been given to us. So let's see how to obtain the other one. So this other height is 3 centimeter. So we can draw it. Okay, let me use my ruler to draw it. So we can draw to complete it. So for 3 centimeters to draw. So that's for 3 centimeter. The next one I want to draw is the 3 down, because we're opening it. So this is the base. Let's assume that is the base. So we'll draw for down equally. Good. Now the next one I want to draw is the cover, right? Which is 2 centimeter, because this is the base. So the cover of it which is 2 centimeter. So we draw that one. Then finally the side to cover it. So that one is how many centimeter? How many centimeter will cover it? Because this here, so it's 3 centimeter will cover it. So it's 3 centimeter that will cover it. So because that's the height of so we've gotten what we're looking for. So we have been able to cover it. The next question says factorize completely. So factorize this. So we have 4x squared. We have, so what is common here? At least x is common here and y is also common here. So open our bracket. So when x cancel one x, I still have my 4x. Y cancel y is gone. Minus when x cancel x, I still have my 5. The y cancel 1 y, I have my y. So our answer here is what? xy bracket what? 4x minus 5y. This other question says the scale of a map is 1:40. So 1:40, and of course it said on the map the distance between two villages is 37 centimeter, meaning that each 1 centimeter on the paper represents 40 centimeter on the map. So we're going to take that measurement, very important. So it means in this case now 1 centimeter on paper represents 40,000 centimeter on the map, right? So now the question, I want us to calculate what 37 centimeter is on the map. So we're going to say 37 centimeter is equal to s. So centimeter we have our s to be equal to, we now multiply 37 times 40,000. That will give us 148,000, right? That is 1,480,000, right? So now the question now wants us to convert this to a kilometer, right? So the question, calculate the actual distance between two villages. Give your answer in kilometer. So this is in centimeter already. So we know that 1 kilometer is equal to what? 1,000 meter, right? Good. So now, but in the sense of if we do go that way, then we can now say okay, but we know that 100 centimeter is equal to what? Is equal to 1 meter. So let's cancel this. So this implies that our 1 kilometer is equals to 100 times 1,000 give us 100,000 centimeter. So 1 kilometer is equal to 100,000 centimeter. So in that case, we have to convert this now to, because the answer must be in kilometer. So bring in, write 148,000 centimeter. What does it gives us in kilometer? So we centimeter here. When we cross multiply, we'll have this one 14,800. So let's start with the 1,000. So we have 100,000 x is equals to 14,800. So divide both sides by 100. Divide both sides by 100. 100,000. Sorry, I hope you understand what I mean by 100. So 100,000 cancel 100,000. This is my x, so don't forget. So now my x is equal to 148, right? 148,000 divided by 100,000. So that will give us 14.8. So that's the answer, 14.8. So the next question wants us to calculate. So without using your calculator, work out this. So we have 7 minus 1 over 14, right? So LCM here is what? 14. 7 into this will give us 2 times 3, I have 6 minus 14 into 14, 1 times 1. So my answer is 5 over 14. So 5 over 14. That's just simple fraction. So number 16 says the price of a game increases from this to this. Calculate the percentage increase in the price. So we want to calculate the percentage increase in the price. So percentage increase is usually what? Is equal to what? New value minus old value all over old value, right? MV minus OV all over OV. So which will give us new value is 56.4 minus 48 all over 48. So we have 56.4 minus 48 equal to this, now divided by 48, which is the old value. So we'll have 0.175. So because our answer must be in percent, So since the increase is in percent, we have to multiply it by 100. So 0.175 times 100, that will give us 17.5. So the next question says the diagram shows the right angle triangle, calculate AB. So we're looking for AB. So whenever we have this, we remember our SOHCAHTOA again, right? So which of the SOHCAHTOA combines adjacent and hypotenuse? So we have cos, right? We have cos. So we have cos 37 degree is equals to x over what? 8. So our x becomes 8 cos 37, right, times 8. That will give us 6.3, right? So that will give us our AB will be around 6.3 will approximate to 9. Now it is the length S meter of a ship is 83 meter, correct to the nearest meter. Complete this statement about the value of S. So first of all, they are all a meter, so we don't have problem. What we know very well is that since we have to divide 1 by 2, but just to for accuracy, that will give us 0.5. So we have to look for the upper bound and the lower bound. So for the upper bound, we have to add 0.5 to 83. So 83 plus 0.5 will give us 83.5. Now for the lower bound, we subtract. For the lower bound, we have to subtract 83 minus 0.5, and that will give us what? 82.5. If here 19 says solve the simultaneous equation. So you have 5t minus 2t 2w. So what is going to there 9? So we saw that 2 and 2 they are common here, so we apply elimination method. So what do we do to eliminate this? We can add them, right? Because I have minus here, I can just add them. I'll just say 3t plus 5t will give me 8t. Then 2t minus this will go. So 9 minus 19, that is 24. So I'll divide both sides by 8. By 8, cancel. My t becomes equal to what? 3. So if I got my t as 3, I can use it to use any of the equation. So use equation 1, equation 2. I can use any of them to solve it. So that means if I use equation, okay, let me call this one 2 and this one 1. So let me use equation 2 to solve it. So I have 3 in bracket 3 plus 2w equal to what? 5. So here I have 9 plus 2w, which is equals to what? Equals to 5. Then equals to what? 5. So now I have 2w is equals to 5 minus 9. 2w is equals to what? Minus 4. So now I have w to be equal to what? Minus 2. If I divide both sides by 2. So my answer here, for my t I have 3, for my w I have minus 2. Now the diagram shows the position of 3 towns. So they say the angle sustained here is 105. So the bearing of tan B from tan A. So this is tan B from tan A. So from tan A is from this tan. It says 0.048 degree. So that means it goes this way. That means here is 48, right? So if we consider the sum of an angle of a right angle, we have 90 degree. 90 degree here. So 48 minus 2 give me here is 42. Now we need to understand that the sum of an angle of a triangle is 180 degree. So for us to, the first one here we did is to say 90 minus 48 gives us 42. Now we want to in triangle ABC, angle at A plus angle at B plus angle at C is equals to 180. So A is 42 plus B is what? 103. Then plus C is what you're looking for, right? Equals to 180. So when you do that now, C becomes equal to what? These ones are, so 42 plus 103, then minus 180 from 8, 35. So my C is what? 35. My C is 35. So here is 35. So if here is 35, let's try and connect this line. Then because we're looking for, the question wants us to find the bearing from C, bearing of C from B. So from B, we're looking for the bearing from B. So we want to look for it. So first thing first, let's connect this line first and see. So by the rule of triangle, alternate angles are equal. So if here is 35, here is also what? 35. Also. So remember, from here to here is already 90 degrees. So it's 90. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to add them together. So we're going to be 90 plus 35, which will give us 125. 125. So the answer here is 125. So the next question is, we have this particular, and they said that complete the Venn diagram. They say C is cube numbers. So C is cube numbers. What are those cube numbers? We have 1, because 1 times 1 times 1 will give us 1. We have 8. We have 8 because 2 times 2 times 2. We have 8 because 2 times 2 times 2 will give us 8. And we also have 16 because 4 times 4 times 4 will give us 18. So let's look for S. S is square, right? 4 is there. In fact, 1 is also there, because 1 times 1 is 1. We have 4. 2 times 2 is 4. We have 16, which is 8 times 8 times 8. 64, sorry. So which is 8 times 8 times 8. So let's put them together. So 1 intersection. 1 is intersecting the 2. Then for the C, we have 8 and what? 16. For this one, we have, we even have 9. Because 3 times 3 is 9. So we have 9 there. So 9 is also part of it. So what we have left now that is not in this union, in this element, is 5. So here can be 5, here can be 12. They are outside. They are not part of the set of numbers. The next question says we should complete the Venn diagram. So in this case now, to find the number of union. So how many unions do we have here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 in number. So the union there is 6, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6. The next question says, on the Venn diagram, shade the region that is intersection. So this is intersection. Intersection is number that can be found in A and B. The region. Say, write this number in standard form. So we have 3 leading 0. Remember I thought we've said about 3 leading zeros in 1, in a 05, 0580 or 11, right? So as we say, we're writing directly as what? 7 times 10 to the power of what? Minus 3, because we have 3 leading zeros. We have, this one is not leading 0, so I told you just count the number of zeros you have there. So we have 7 times 10, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 minus 1 is 8. So the answer there is what? 8. Here I say calculate this, give your answer in standard form. So it's actually very simple. First of all, our answer should be in standard form, calculating this. So first of all, if I'm you, I'll just write this one in standard form too. So I have 3.2 times 10 to the power of what? 3, because they are 4 minus 1. Then times 5.4 times 10 to the power of what? Minus 3. So all over 4.8 times 10 to the power of what? Minus 4. So this minus this will give me 0. So I have 3 point. I just have to multiply 3.2 times 5.4. That will give me 17. It give me 17.28 times 10 to the power of what? 0. Because 3 minus 3 is 0. So all over what? 4.8 times 10 to the power of what? Minus 4. So for this one now, I'll be having 17.28, right? All over 4.8 times 10 to the power of what? Minus 4. So the write for 17.8 in standard form. That will give me 1 plus 1.7, right? 28 times. Remember we said for standard form, point will have to come after the first number. So you count 17, there are 2 numbers minus 1. So you have 10 to the power of what? 1. All over 4.8 times 10 to the power of what? Minus 4. So we can separate them. So we have 1.728 all over 4.8 times what? 10 to the power 1, right? Divide by what? 10 to the power what? Minus 4. So at this point we can, because this is the division, I just separated them, right? Just break this one. I bring this one apart. Then this division sign is what I just placed like this. So now we now divide. We can now divide 1.7, right? 28 divided by 4.8. that will give me what? It gives me 0.36, then times here 1 minus in bracket minus 4. So I have 0.36 times 10 to the power of what? 5, right? Because times I have 5. Remember, I have only 0 here, so I can convert this one also. I have 3.6 times 10 to the power of what? Minus 1 times 10 to the power of what? 5. So finally now, my answer is going to be 3.6 times 10 to the power of what? 5 minus 1 plus 5 will give us what? 4. So my answer should be 3.6 times 4. So that is what your answer must be. So 3.6 times 10 power of what? 4. Or you can, if you find any easiest way you can solve it directly, you can also do that. But this is what I think you should also learn. So the next question says we should calculate this, right? So we are calculating this. So how do we solve this? First of all, notice that they have different units. This one is in meter, this one is centimeter. So the best thing for us is to convert them to equal unit, which is what? Meter. They should be in equal unit. So the next question is 23. 23 want us to calculate. You see the diagram shows the tank, so we're looking for an cylindrical joint with diameter d, so and the height is this. So the tank is full of water. This tank is full of water. So how many of this particular junk, how many of them is used to fill this particular thing? So that is what we want to work on now. So first of all, we notice that this is in the end of different units, so it's better we have them in one unit. So how do we convert them in one unit? First, we have this particular one, this radius here at 0.5. So I know that 1 meter is equal to what? 100 centimeter. So if that's the case, 0.5 meter will give me what? X. So cancel now. My x is equal to what? 50 centimeter. So this can also be written as what? 50 centimeter. So now the question, now what we want to do here, now that the volume of the sphere is given us, so the volume V1 is given us what? 4 over 3 pi r cube, right? So we now multiply, we can say our Vs of the square. So our Vs is equals to 4 over 3 times, my pi is already giving us what? 3.142 from the instruction, then times my radius is now 50 cube. So when you put everything together, so what I'll have here is 52366.6667. So that is for Vs. Now let's calculate for Vc. That is the volume of the cylinder, right? So I'll calculate for Vs. Volume of the cylinder is giving us what? Pi r what? Square h, right? So the same thing is applicable here. 3.142 times my r is the radius here. So if the diameter is 24, that means the center of diameter here can be given is 12, because diameter is equals to 2 what? R. So that means 12, so 12. So I'll take my Vs as 12. So 12, then times 12 square times, so the height is given as 32, so we maintain it 32. So let's solve for that. So 12 417 144, then 78.338. So with that now I've gotten, so the question now is how many of this junk will fill in this part. So to fill it, because calculate how many times. Now to fill it, it will be equal to Vx over what? Vc. So 5 to 36 we'll have, that is what, which is approximately what? 36. So 36 becomes our answer. Thank you for watching.